You have entered the Prep Zone tonight. Football, the prep football game of the week. Northshore comes to Spartan Stadium to take on the Salmen Spartans. Charles Tiger Edwards, John Sartori time. John, quick question. This is the battle of what?
I-10, Tiger.
Oh, awesome. He got that one. All right, the battle of I-10. They're right across the interstate from one another. What do the Northshore Panthers look like this year? What are you looking at?
Well, they're looking a lot more experienced than they did last year. Last year, a very inexperienced ball club for Northshore. They gained a lot of experience last year. They're carrying that experience over into 2015. They're led on offense by Walter Harris. He runs a 4.4 Tiger in the 40-yard dash. He's a dual threat quarterback for Northshore, and he's going to lead that offense tonight.
4.4. Sounds like my grade point average, or maybe a little off. However, they're going up against the homestanding Salmen Spartans. What do you got on the Spartans?
Well, the Salmen defense is always strong, but the offensive side of the ball is strong this year as well. Coach Jerry Leonard's son, LJ, is the starting quarterback this year, and Johnny Lowry, a senior running back and offensive leader, is coming back. It's his second year starting, and he's one of the best running backs in St. Tammany Parish. This should be a really evenly matched game as both offenses are very strong in 2015. I'm expecting a great one, Tiger.
A great one. You heard it from the great one. The great Sartori. There we go. That's pretty good. It's Northshore at Salmen in the Prep Zone. Pregame with Coach Jerry Leonard. Coach, a loss last week at East Jefferson. What did you learn about your team last week?
Lack of execution cost us some big plays. We had some big play potential offensively and just didn't execute in a few spots. And, you know, offensively, everybody's got to be on the same page. And I think that you know, we had some guys that didn't realize how important their role was, and hopefully they've learned from it, and we're going to execute a little bit better tonight.
Tonight you have the crosstown rival, basically, right across I-10, Northshore. What have you seen out of them that causes you for some concern?
Well, I went and watched them against Biloxi, and I thought that they played a real good game. I think they got behind early. But, you know, those kids had a lot of fight, never gave up, and really had a chance to win the game in the fourth quarter. I was impressed. I think that they're a good football team. I thought they were solid in every phase of the game. I thought their special teams were solid, offense and defense were solid. I think that they were experiencing some growing pains like we are. You know, had some young kids in spots that you know, they're counting on like we are, and when you're counting on young kids to produce for you, you know, you're going to take the good with the bad sometimes. But I was impressed with what they showed against Biloxi. A lot of fight in them, and I think we're going to have our hands full tonight.
Tonight, second opportunity to see your own son, LJ, in action. Did we have a lot of talk at the family supper about what we did right and wrong?
No, we normally try to get it all out of our system from the time we get in the car at the field house for the 15-minute ride home that we have, and then when the doors to the truck close at the house, that conversation's done and we're on to just being dad and son.
Pre-game with Coach Borg and Coach Landon LeBlanc. A tough loss at Biloxi. What's your takeaway from your team from that game?
You know, we had a chance, you know, 28-23, and we didn't finish. We didn't get enough stops on defense. So, you know, hopefully we can fix the things that we did wrong. I thought we had a good week of practice, Tiger. I mean, we did, and it's going to be, you know, whether we fix those things. And, you know, I think the Salmen team's a little bit better, you know, than the Biloxi team. So we're going to have to play even better. And it's going to be a tough one, but I think our kids are ready.
Speaking of Salmen, look like a little more improved than the last couple of years. Your takeaway on them?
You know, back almost like, you know, the old Salmen, you know, when I was here coaching and when you were coaching, and just a lot of team speed, very aggressive, you know, they run to the ball well. Jerry always coaches them up well. And, you know, so we're going to have to play really good to beat them. You know, there's nobody easy on our schedule. We're going to, Salmen's, they are much improved. And, you know, I'm looking for a good challenge tonight.
You get the opportunity. We talked to Coach Leonard. He gets to coach his own son, and you get the opportunity to coach Blaine. Tell us about that experience.
It's a blessing. You know, it's a special feeling. Blaine, just like LJ grew up, you know, on the sidelines, and you know, whether they were a ball boy or just on the sidelines, and you know, to have him now playing, it's a pretty special feeling. You know, I'm enjoying it, and you know, hopefully he'll have a good game, and we'll do well.
Pretty big year for you. Your daughter goes to LSU, freshman, big hit in a big game, and they're in the College World Series, and you got to go down there. Talk about that experience.
Unbelievable. That's something I never experienced before. And matter of fact, that was the first game that we actually traveled with them, because it was just tough to afford to go all the games, but we got an opportunity to go, and walking in that stadium thinking, wow, this is something we grew up, you know, she grew up watching, and we watched on TV, and when she ran on the field, it was extremely humbling feeling, and just a great feeling for her. She's worked hard, Tiger. You know, she's extremely hard worker, and I'm extremely proud of her.
And here we go, the battle of I-10, North Shore and Salmen, and we are underway as Christian Garcia kicks this one off. Fielded at the 15, coming near side, cut up 25 and tackled at the 28-yard line, and that is where Salmen takes over. L.J. Leonard, the coach's son, at quarterback. And Robert Hayes instead will start the game at quarterback. So we will not be seeing L.J. Leonard just yet.
Or are they're looking a lot like it could be some kind of wildcat, but there goes Hayes with Duplessis behind him. So never a dull moment at Salmen for sure.
Hayes listed as an athlete on the Salmen roster. And we have our first flag of the game, a false start for Salmen before they even get a snap off.
Well, last week we had a flag or two, or actually 32 last week in the Fontainebleau Lakeshore game. And that trend seems to continue, has carried over into this game. We hope now it's
we hope not.
We hope now it's shut down.
3 wide to the near side, 1 out wide. And this should be another false start. So just like that, Salmen is facing a 1st and 20.
And I think that was something, this early mistakes here is something that Coach Leonard was talking about in the pregame, that in order to be productive, you cannot start out this way. You cannot be first 2 plays having penalties.
Hayes still in at quarterback. This time, Salmen shows 2 receivers to each side. Wallace Duplessis, the running back for Salmen. 6 on the play clock. And Salmen needs to get this one off. Down to 1, and they just do. Handoff Duplessis looking for a hole. Cuts it up, breaks a tackle, and a nice run by Duplessis on 1st down out to the 30-yard line.
North Shore showed blitz, and actually the backers came up, and they were kind of outside, not up the gut, and Salmen was able to pop it up the gut for good yardage. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and about 7.
Gain of 13 play.
Hayes, another handoff to Duplessis, and this time North Shore is not having it. As it looked like Prince Lobo on the stop, 5'7" sophomore, 185 pounds.
Middle linebacker. It was a principal play right there.
So now 3rd down, and we'll see if Salmen is going to let Robert Hayes try to throw for this one. 2 receivers out left, 1 to the right. Hayes will run it himself, blocking on the edge, but that blocking goes away. Tackled at the 36, shy of a 1st down, and it's going to be a 3 and out for the Salmen offense.
A really good job that time defensively by number 25, Taj Clements, came up, closed up on that play, actually got rid of his blocker to make the stop because it bring up 4th down.
We will now see L.J. Leonard. He did a pretty nice job punting the football last year for Salmen, and I would expect him to do much of the same this year. Booms this one away, fielded at the 39 and tackled immediately. Yes.
Clements on the return, dumped right away.
Stopped by number 89.
So North Shore is going to take over at the 32-yard line.
Number 84,
And out comes Walter Harris, the sophomore, 5 feet, 11 inches, 185 pounds. And as I mentioned in the pregame, he has blazing speed, Tiger, a 4.4 40 guy.
They do not want to let this guy get in space.
1st and 10 Panthers.
Another player to keep your eye on is number 24, Francisco Butler. He's lined up in the backfield.
Or
that's Matt Harvey, rather. Handoff Harvey on 1st down, running far side and tackled at the 36.
They went wide right there, and Harvey's a load. You saw him lower his shoulder right there and push through.
220 pounds on a 5'10 frame.
Stopped by number 47, Dylan Cross.
Coming off a knee injury last year.
2nd and 5 Panthers.
Pick up a 5, 2nd and 5.
Harris in the pistol, snap, handoff, one more time, and he's got room, cuts it up, breaks a tackle out to the 45-yard line. This is a 1st down for North Shore.
Harvey, the ball carrier.
Harvey is a load. You can see already he ran through a couple arm tackles right there and picked up a 1st down. And I'm going to say if it's not broke, don't fix it. Keep feeding the horse right there.
Darian Smith will spell Harvey on 1st and 10. One receiver each side. North Shore in the pistol. Snap, reverse. This is Ethan Swan, and he is wrapped up quickly. Gain of about 2 on the play.
Number 12, Ethan Swan, the ball carrier.
Little misdirection play on 1st down, trying to get something to pop open. Couple of yards, and that's about it. 2nd down and 8.
14, Jaleel Robinson.
Jaleel Robinson on the tackle for the Spartans. Two receivers to the right, one to the left.
2nd down, 8 Panthers.
Seth Collins in motion. Snap, play action, rolling right is Harris, and he throws one downfield. He's got Swan, and Swan could not hang on to it. Incomplete on a beautiful throw from Walter Harris downfield.
That was wide open right there. Wide open and on the hands. Unfortunately, not able to bring it in was Swan. Going to bring up 3rd down and 8 now.
So now we'll most likely see what the dual threat Harris can do in this 3rd date situation. Snap, straight drop, takes off up the middle, and he's got room. Midfield, nice block on the outside, and he lost his footing right at the sticks. It's going to depend on the spot.
Yeah, it is. I thought his knee went down in front of that, but it doesn't matter anyway. Looking across the way, I think he'd have picked up the 1st down anyway. So they signal 1st down. They will move the markers. And we have the first down of the game. Second first down of the game.
On the 44-yard line.
One receiver each side. Harris calling an audible. Clements in motion, handoff up the middle. That's Harvey. Gain of about 4 on 1st down, out to the Salmen 40-yard line.
They're doing a little motion. This is really, it's I formation look, but reminiscent of wing T plays in that the quarterback is turning his back to the play, and you're not sure who he's handing the ball to. Is it the 1st man through or the 2nd man going by or keeping it himself? 2nd down.
Harvey lines up now to the left. Check that, the right of Harris. Harris takes the snap, handoff Harvey up the middle, 35 to the 33-yard line. First down, North Shore.
It went back to Harris. I'd stay with Mr. Harris. I mean, Mr. Harvey, excuse me.
First down, Panthers.
So North Shore moving right along here, 3 first downs. And now it'll be a throw, and this one is dropped. Short arming that one was Taj Clements.
That was a post pattern, and Harris put it a little bit behind him. Wasn't able to, although the old saying is if you touch it, you need to catch it. He had a hand on it, but couldn't bring it in. Going to bring up second down. So North Shore coaches have indicated to me early here that they don't, once they get to first down, if they pick up a first down, they don't mind taking a shot.
Harris takes the snap, handoff Harvey, spins out of one tackle, and is met by a host of Spartans at the 31-yard line. It is third down once again for North Shore.
That time straight ahead, and Marcel Perry.
By number 64, Marcel Perry.
Perry met him at the line of scrimmage, but Harvey just powered his way for 4 yards. And Perry basically had to hold on for dear life and did pull him down.
Harvey is checked out of the game for Darian Smith on third down. 3rd and 7 to go. 2 receivers, 1 to each side. It'll be Harris lining up in the pistol. Power right. Snap, pitch play to the right side. Cutting it up is Smith, and he is met and dropped at the line. If that, might have lost one on the play, and it is 4th down and decision time for Coach Borg.
No doubt about it, he's going for it. Man, I don't see him. I don't see a person moving yet.
And number 9, Douglas Marquez.
Douglas Marquez on the stop that time for Salmen. And North Shore is electing to go for it here
4th down.
from the Salmen 30-yard line. Harris in the shotgun, Smith to the right of him. Snap, screen pass on a pump fake. It did not open up. Throw to the end zone, double team. It is intercepted in the end zone. Number 10, Deshaun Short
with the pickup. We got
a flag is down.
but they're picking it up, I think.
Deshaun Short.
The Salmen offense is on the field, and the Salmen defense comes up big.
Illegal receiver downfield on that play. One thing I said just a minute ago, they don't mind rolling the dice. That's what they did on that play. That they pump fake, went long, short. That ball hung in the air too long. That had pickoff all over it.
So Salmen dodges their first bullet of the night, as we will still see Robert Hayes in at quarterback.
First down, 10 Spartans.
Salmen shows trips to the right side, 1 left side. And Duplessis is in the backfield with Hayes. Man in motion, end around, jet sweep. Oh man, and that one was almost broken wide open by James Austin, the 6'4", 180-pound senior wideout.
Good pickup on first down. Oh, there's a flag. Hold it. Maybe that's why it was a good pickup.
Penalties killing the Spartans in this first quarter so far. They've run 4 plays, and there's been 3 penalties.
You know there's some consistency in that? Not in a good way, though.
Yep. Hayes in the gun, 2 receivers each side. Or trips to the near side, 1 far. Hayes will throw his first pass of the night. He's in trouble. Flag is down. Hayes rolling to his right. breaks a tackle and is met and dropped.
Hayes, the ball carrier.
Number 59, Jacob Shama on the tackle, 5'9", 180-pound junior on the stop.
But with seemingly another snap, another flag.
Jacob Shama.
When I say another snap, I mean another snap by the Salmen offense. And this looks like it's going to go against them. Are we keeping that tally up from last week? Because I think we're at 36.
37 now.
37, yes. We have a timeout. 4:35 to go, first quarter. No score. North Shore at Salmen. It's a heat and humidity timeout.
Welcome back. As Salmen is going to line up with two receivers to the near side, one to the far side, and this one is going nowhere on the run by Robert Hayes.
Keemon Smith on the stop, a 6'1", 230-pound sophomore, but Smith just gobbled that play up from the get-go.
Second down and 25 for Salmen. Definitely not what you want to get in.
Second down, 25 for the Spartans.
4 minutes to go, first quarter. Hayes in the gun. Duplessis to his right. 10 on the play clock. Hayes takes the snap. Quick throw. This one is intercepted, and this is a house call.
Did you see that?
Pass intercepted by number 25.
Taj Clements climbed the ladder that time, and North Shore strikes first. It's Panthers 6, Spartans nothing. Second week in a row that North Shore has returned an interception for a touchdown. They did it last week against Biloxi, and they do it for their first score of the night here tonight against Salmen. Number 37, Christian Garcia, a 5'7", 150-pound freshman, will do the honors for the extra point. Snap, hold, kick up, it is blocked. So Salmen recovers nicely, and we'll see if that point after looms heavily.
Deshaun Short with the block. Yeah, he has had a heck of a game.
3:46 to go, first quarter. It is North Shore 6, Salmen nothing. Christian Garcia to kick it off as North Shore strikes first tonight. High kick, fielded at the 15, coming near side. And he's got a convoy, cuts it up, and room, and tackled from behind.
Number 23, Aaron Williams with the return.
Aaron Williams on the return that time from Salmen, giving the Spartans pretty decent field position to start their third drive of the game.
Well, we'll see. Can they work out the obvious problems that they have offensively? We've never really seen them get anything to get. We had a little bit of one big run up the middle one time, and I think that's about it. It's been flags and an interception.
The penalties have been hurting Salmen so far tonight as Robert Hayes, still in at quarterback. He'll keep it himself on first down, cuts it up, and is tackled after a gain of about 5 out to the 36-yard line.
Dylan Erickson, a 6', 285-pound senior on the stop. Going to bring up second down and 6.
Stop by number 25, Taj Clements.
Taj Clements again on the stop.
Second down, 6, Spartans.
Second down and 6 as L.J. Leonard enters the ball game for Salmen. 7 of 21 last week against East Jefferson. Snap, he'll hand it off to Duplessis on first down, and Duplessis gets about 2 yards. It'll be third down.
Keemon Smith again on the stop. Picked up a 1 or 2 yards.
Gain of 2 on the play.
So third down and 4.
Third down, 4.
Just like that, Robert Hayes checks back into the ball game for L.J. Leonard. Trips near side, one to the far side. Hayes will throw for it. Quick throw to the outside, little bubble screen. And this is near the first down, reaching.
To number 8, James Austin.
James Austin on the reception, and it is the first Salmen first down of the game.
The key to that, there was no flag on the field.
Trips to the right, one left. Duplessis to the left of Hayes. Handoff Duplessis up the middle. Tough running out to the 45.
Looked like a rugby scrum there for a minute. Just kind of a little bit of a push. Hey, the folks are in for something good tonight. Second half, taking over for me, will be Coach Bill Gallagher. He's going to step into these shoes and work alongside you and kind of guide you, or maybe you'll guide him through the game.
I don't know if I'm guiding anyone at this point, Tiger. If that's the case, then we are
all in trouble?
Yes.
Yeah, I hear you. All right.
We will get the job done. Second down. Trips to the right, one to the left. Duplessis to the left of Hayes in the shotgun. Northshore showing blitz, and they bring it. Screen pass. Duplessis up the sideline. Makes a man miss in the Northshore territory, right at the sticks.
He stopped on a dime and cut it back. Sweet play right there.
First down, Salmen.
First down, Spartans.
So back-to-back first down. More importantly, no flags here in the last few plays, which bodes well for the Spartans.
First and 10 Spartans on the 42-yard line.
Hayes keeps it himself, and he's hit hard and dropped at the line. Second down upcoming.
Timing a little off of that fake of the speed sweep, and kind of threw everything off.
Stop by number 80, Heath Banks Jr.
Stop was by number 80, Heath Panks Jr. You heard that? His dad played here at Salmen and is coaching at Northshore. Played here. I think 93 was his last year. He played at the University of Alabama.
Roll Tide, Tiger. Last play of the first quarter, and Hayes will throw. Deep over the middle, and this one is intercepted. Telepathed. Number 8, Khalil Fleming. 2 interceptions for Robert Hayes. And it's the story of the first quarter, and it's a fitting end to the first quarter in this one from Slidell. The score at the end of one is the Northshore Panthers 6 and the Salmen Spartans nothing.
St. Tammany Parish Public Schools, an A-rated school district. Graduates with the highest ACT scores in the state. Facilities with the latest technology. Safe and secure schools. A variety of sports. Fine arts. And learning to last a lifetime.
I'm Superintendent Trey Foles, and this is where we educate every child, every day.
Welcome back. Jeremiah McDonald had the interception for Northshore, not Khalil Fleming. Is on first down. This one is broken wide open. Down to the 48-yard line is Matt Harvey, who has had an excellent first half.
I don't want to belabor this point, but earlier I said you feed that beast right there. Until they stop it, don't stop running it. Inside, outside. That time he ran wide and got good yardage.
You have a lot of Salmen defenders who are also playing offense, so Harvey is going to wear down those defenders throughout tonight's game, as this one is handed off to Darian Smith, and he gets about 1 on the play. Second down.
Second down, 8 Panthers.
Harris calls an audible.
8 seconds on the play clock. There's some difficulty. 4 seconds now getting set up, and they're going to have to waste the timeout here. North Shore timeout. 10:52 to go in the first half. 6-0 North Shore over Salmen.
Welcome back. Second down and 9 for North Shore. Harris in the shotgun. Snap, handoff, up the middle, spun around and down 2 yards shy of the first down. That was Darian Smith, 5'8", 165-pound senior.
Jaleel Robinson broke right in there. Looked like he was going to make the stop. Appeared to me that maybe he was being held. However, not called, therefore, pickup. Third down and short.
They bring in the power back, Harvey here. And he'll get it. Up the middle.
Harvey, the ball carrier.
Right at the sticks. Looks like he's got the first down.
Stop by number 14, Jaleel Robinson.
Jaleel Robinson on the stop for Salmen. Still no signal.
And number 64.
It's going to be
Marcel
short.
Berry.
No, going to look it over. First down.
First down, Panthers.
Another first down for North Shore.
First and 10 Panthers, ball on the 41-yard line.
Harris, handoff Harvey. Not a lot happening this time. Gain of 3 on the play, second down.
Not a real big push offensively by the line that time.
Stop by number 50.
All you need is 3 yards and 3 yards.
Number 64, Marcel Berry.
Two receivers out left, none to the right this time. Harvey to the left of Harris. And this one is through the legs of Harris, and it's still loose! And it is Salmen football! 2 huge turnovers from North Shore in Salmen territory, and now the Spartans have a first down at the North Shore 46-yard line.
Bad snap right there. Right past the quarterback, Harris. Defender comes in, and first defender in, try to kind of scoop it, and then the ball got left there. Finally, someone was able to come up with it, and the Spartans have the ball in Panther territory with a first down.
Robert Hayes still in at quarterback. Trips to the right, one to the left. Bubble screen, and this one is thrown out in front.
One thing I noticed there, that wasn't a turn and throw. He kind of wound up that one like a baseball throw to throw it. And that kind of slow developing. You really should just turn your shoulders and loop it out there.
James Austin, the intended receiver.
Second down, 10 Spartans.
Second down and 10. One receiver out left, 2 to the right. Hayes, handoff to Plessis. Tackled immediately. 3rd and 8.
Pick up of a couple right there. Hard, tough going.
Stop by number 57, Dylan Erickson.
And bring up 3rd and long. Maybe a pickup of 1.
Gain of 1 on the play. Third down, 9.
Third 9.
It might be 4-down territory from where the Spartans are. So they might have 2 plays to get 9 yards. We'll see how that affects play calling. Hayes will throw for it on third down. Looking, he'll try to run it himself. Looking for a block and gets it out to the 35, and they'll just mark it at the 40. It'll be shy of the first down.
Yeah, I think he would have been better off cutting back at that point. I guess he thought he had the sideline. He got a pretty good little block there, but he should have cut it back. And I think he would have picked up, would have had enough yards for the first down.
Looks like the Salmen offense is going to stay on the field. 4th and 3.
4th down, 3 Spartans.
From the 40-yard line of Northshore.
Kind of a heavy package here.
See if they try to catch Northshore off guard with some play action, and they will. Rolling right, Northshore did not fall for it, but they still pick up the first down.
Hayes pass completed.
Number 35. That was Derek Maroney.
Derek Maroney.
His first reception, and Robert Hayes, second completion of the night. Salmen, their first sustained drive of the night, as that turnover is looming large now.
Good play action pass there. Maroney faked a block and then got open in the flat.
Hand off to Plessis, and he hit a wall that time.
That was a wall, and it was not, it was going backwards by the time he got there.
Second down and 10, as the heavy set from Salmen subs out. And they're going to spread the field once again on second down.
Second down, 10 Spartans.
7:17 to go in the half.
Trips to the left side, one to the right. Duplessis to the left of Hayes. Hayes rolling left, throwing on the run, and this one is too high.
Hayes pass falls incomplete.
As Hayes was looking for number 11, Grid Isidore.
Good coverage over there by Hegeman Carter, as he got right up in Isidore's grid.
Third down and 10, and Robert Hayes is going to have to throw this one. Snap, straight drop, looking left, throwing left, and wide open, and caught shy of the first down. That was number 16, Josh Rodriguez. If he would have stayed on his feet, he had enough room to get the first down.
Yeah, that was weird. We're going to have a field goal attempt.
LJ Leonard.
No, wait, are we?
LJ Leonard is in the game. He is the Salmen kicker. But it looks like he's going to be the quarterback on fourth down. 18 on the play clock. Salmen lines up in a power formation. They're just going to try to hard count. We'll see if they run a play. 9 on the play clock.
Play clock running down, though.
They do run a play. Quick throw to the outside, and it was a poor throw from Leonard. And the Salmen drive sputters. Northshore now takes over.
Ran a little post, quick post right there, but way underthrew that one, did Leonard. And what was the most promising drive of the evening sputters to a complete halt right there for the Spartans.
So Northshore takes over now. If not for these turnovers, Northshore would have a very comfortable lead most likely. But Salmen, the defense is keeping them in this one. And Tiger, if not for that interception, we would still have a 0-0 ball game.
That's true. We got a timeout on the field for a humidity timeout. 6:09 to go in the half. Still North Shore 6, Salmen 0.
So out of the Salmen timeout, we have not had the heat and humidity timeout just yet, as Harvey runs up the middle for a gain of 5, second down.
And now we're going to have the aforementioned humidity timeout.
6 minutes to go. It is still North Shore 6 and Salmen nothing. Second down and 7 for North Shore. Harris, handoff Harvey. Good vision from Harvey. Spins out of a tackle, and now he is off to the races. Midfield and tackled at the Salmen 48-yard line.
Good spin move right there. And maybe finally the North Shore coaches are hearing me. Feed the beast. Feed Harvey.
Matt Harvey checks out of the game after that run. Darian Smith will come in. As Warren Harris is now the quarterback, 6 feet, 225 pounds.
Brother of Walter Harris, by the way.
Oh, end around and hit hard. That was number 25, Taj Clements. He's had a big game for North Shore. He is the one who had the pick 6 earlier.
Stop by number 14, Jaleel Robinson.
Second down and 2. As Walter Harris back in the game at quarterback. Harvey will line up in the pistol behind him. Snap, and Harris keeps it himself, and he will be near a first down.
He got it.
First down North Shore, as this is where things have gone awry in the first half for the Panthers when they get inside the Salmen 40. 2 turnovers down here thus far.
Ball on the 38-yard line.
Harris in the gun.
Walter this time.
Hand off to the outside. And tackled at 34.
Darian Smith on the carry.
The ball carrier.
Third down, and this looks to be a passing situation for the Panthers.
Stop by number 13, Jeremy
When they've
Hudson.
gotten into them, they have not fared well so far. .14 on the play clock. Pistol formation for the Panthers. Man in motion, Blaine Borg. Harris is going to throw for it. Play action. He's got Borg on a wheel route, and he overthrew him.
Harris's pass was incomplete.
Borg up the sideline, open, and Harris overthrows him. And just as you say, this is where it gets a little dicey.
Fourth down, and the North Shore offense is still on the field. 0 for 1 on fourth down so far. The Salmen crowd doing their best to make sure the defense can come up with a stop. And North Shore is going to call their second timeout of the half.
Timeout, Panthers.
3:34 to go. It's fourth down when we come back, and it is still North Shore 6 and Salmen nothing. Here we go, fourth down in what is probably the biggest play of the first half thus far. 2 receivers, 1 to each side. Harris in the shotgun. Snap, they'll hand it off to Harvey. Harvey running outside, and he's short.
Harvey, the ball carrier.
That's saying.
And it is now fourth down.
Yeah,
that was third down.
Right.
Stop by number 31, Claude Hayes.
So they're going to run for it twice.
That is probably the most exciting third down call of the night that I will have. So now it is fourth down, and the Salmen crowd is getting into it. They show blitz. Hand off Harvey one more time, and he is right at the sticks. It is going to be.
It's going to be the spot for sure.
So very close. And
Coach Leonard is pointing the other way, but no. They say no.
They won't even measure.
Nope.
That's gotta hurt if you're Coach Leonard.
First down, Panthers.
Wow. So, Northshore keeps this ball rolling. Fresh set of downs for the Panthers. Harris, snap, play action, rolling right, screen pass, caught. One-on-one, and a nice tackle there. And that was number 10, Deshaun Short.
Yeah.
Interception earlier, and a nice tackle there. Reception made by Taj Clements. 2:31 to go now. And another first down. They roll the clock. Pistol formation.
Ten on the play clock.
Now back to a standard spread. Handoff Harvey, cuts it up. And met by
Harvey,
6 Spartans. Second down and about 6.
Stop by number 9, Douglas Marquez.
Douglas Marquez on the stop for Salmen.
Second down. Clock ticking down. We're down to 1:45 to go in the first half.
Pistol formation. Darian Smith in at running back. Play action up the middle, and sack time.
Harris, the ball carrier.
Harris might have got a couple on that.
Stop by number 35.
That was a pump
Derek
fake.
Marion.
You got maybe one. Going to bring up third down. A little pump fake and go. That time nobody biting as they had done previously. So third down now.
The Salmen linebacking core has done a great job in this first half. Only one
down, 6
big
Panthers.
run allowed thus far, and that's why it's only a 6-0 game. Down to 1 minute to go in the first half. It's third down. Walter Harris in the gun. Play action reverse, and there's nowhere to go. Throws it up for grabs, and this one should be grounding. We'll see if it is. A flag is down.
Flag on the play.
Oh, somebody was saying offensive illegal man downfield. We're going to see.
Harris pressured by number 14, Jaleel Robinson.
Salmen's going to be happy as long as it's not against them.
Holding. They're going to mark it off.
So are they going to let them play third down?
Yeah. I didn't.
That surprises me. I'm surprised you don't decline that penalty and bring up fourth down.
I think it was third. I don't know. Didn't want to take any chances.
So now it's
I
third
wanted to
down.
take them out of field goal range.
Third down and an ocean. Harris, they're going to run and try to get some of these yards back, and they get about 8 back. Out
Smith,
to the
the ball
20-yard line. So Northshore, it looks like the field goal team is on, and this is going to be a 37-yard field goal attempt for Christian Garcia.
Raquan LeBlanc made the initial contact to slow down Smith, and then the Spartans stopped him after a little bit of a gain, so we're going to have a field goal attempt.
Clock's still rolling, down to 10 seconds in the half.
They're going to call a timeout.
You would imagine.
That 3, yeah, they're going to call a timeout. Look.
Salmen calls timeout.
What?
Whoa.
Why?
Whoa. Well, nonetheless, facts are facts. 4 seconds left. We got a field goal attempt when we come back. It is Northshore 6 and Salmen nothing. So Christian Garcia was booming them in pre-games. We'll see how he does in-game. Line drive kick, and this one is wide left. Salmen's defense holds once again. It's a defensive struggle in this one.
Northshore Panthers 6.
24 down, 24 to go. The score at the break is the Northshore Panthers 6 and the Salmen Spartans nothing.
The Salmen Band will accompany the Salmen Spartanettes to Katy Perry's Dark Horse. Co-captain for the Spartanettes is Peyton Ellis, along with co-captain Rachel Stevenson. The Spartanettes are led by Miss Libby Fletcher. Let's hear it for your Salmen Band, the Silk Spinners flag team, and your Salmen Spartanettes as they play the Salmen fight song.
Start of the second half from Spartan Stadium. Eddie Smith to kick off for Salmen. It's an onside kick to start the second half, and Salmen has the football.
Roll the dice to start the second half, and the Spartans get the football.
Number 89, Braden Gable, the 5'6" sophomore. Biggest play of the night for Salmen right there, and what a gutsy decision by Coach Leonard to start the half. So just like that, Robert Hayes and the Spartan offense start their first drive. From the Panther 45, handoff to Plessis, and he is met at the line and dropped. Flag comes in late.
Flag on the play.
And it's against Salmen.
Not a good way. You have an onside kick and then you have a penalty. Not a good way to start. While they're working that out, John, I'm going to bring in, because people at home don't know this is my last game in the prep zone. I will have some closing remarks at the end of the game. It's been a wonderful 13-plus years here at Channel 13, but we're going to bring in Coach Bill Gallagher to assist you to push through the second half.
How you doing, Coach? Welcome to the Prep Zone.
Thanks. Great to be here. Appreciate you guys.
Hayes on second down, throw to the outside. Still on his feet, 45, and dragging defenders to the 36-yard line. Deshaun Short. What an effort from the 6-foot, 165-pound junior. And Salmen, just like that, is at the North Shore 35.
Yeah, that was a great second effort by Hayes there to pick up the first down. He should have been tackled probably for a loss on the play.
First and 10 Spartans.
Trips out left. One receiver out right. Wallace Duplessis in the backfield with Robert Hayes. North Shore shows blitz, man in motion. Hayes keeps it himself up the middle, and this is the longest run of the night for Robert Hayes. And it's another first down. So Salmen, the offense finally coming alive.
Yeah, that's two big plays for them. And after that holding penalty, right after the onside kick, looked like they may have picked up a little bit more of this momentum.
The crowd finally getting into it. As this time they'll flip the field. It'll be trips right side, one to the left. Handoff Duplessis, and he is met immediately. Tackle on the play. Number 44, Jacob Dowden, 5'10", 180-pound senior.
Yeah, that was well diagnosed by the North Shore defense. They met him right at the line of scrimmage and brought him down for no gain. Be interesting to see what Jerry Leonard goes back to here on second down.
Second down, 10 Spartans.
Trips right, one left. Duplessis to the left of Hayes. Man in motion. Hayes keeps it himself, and he's tripped up, or else he would have walked into the end zone. Touchdown saving tackle. It looked like it was Dylan Erickson. 6 feet, 285 pounds. He's a senior this year.
Yeah, there was a nice hole opened up by the offensive line there, and Erickson just got a big paw in and tripped him up. Otherwise, he was headed to the end zone, no doubt.
So just like that, third down, and it's another passing situation for the Salmen Spartans and Robert Hayes. North Shore shows blitz. They come with it. Screen Duplessis, and North Shore blows it up.
Hayes pass completed to number 1, Wallace Duplessis. Stop by number 7, Keeman Smith.
It'll be 4 down territory again. Cameron Smith on the stop.
4th down, 11 Spartans.
For North Shore.
Salmen's found themselves in this position a couple of times so far this game where it's in the North Shore territory and facing a 4th down, and they haven't hesitated yet. They've gone for it every time.
They haven't hesitated, but the results have not been productive thus far from Salmen. Trips to the left, one to the right. Hayes in the gun. He'll roll left, throw on the run, and it's dropped. Tough catch to make from James Austin. Nice effort, but again, the Salmen offense just cannot put points on the board, and North Shore will take over on offense.
Salmen keeps putting pressure on themselves in these situations. They put 1 or 2 big plays together, and then either with a penalty or not executing or an underthrown ball, they can't seem to string more than 1 or 2 in a row. Their defense is keeping them in the game thus far, though.
1st and 10 Panthers. Ball on the 24-yard line.
Ball on the Panther 24 as Salmen calls their first timeout of the second half. 8:26 to go, third quarter. It's North Shore 6, Salmen nothing. First down, North Shore. Handoff up the middle, and he's got room, and he got tripped up. That was Matt Harvey. Shoelace tackle on the play on behalf of the Salmen defense. Gain of about 8. Second down.
Harvey's been pretty consistent. He's got to be averaging about 8 yards a carry. Every time he touches it, he's being very productive thus far.
As dominant as this North Shore offense has been through the running game, they have not produced a point. Their only points are through a pick-6 by Taj Clements in the first quarter. And now we have another timeout, this one taken by North Shore. 7:50 to go, third quarter. It's North Shore 6, Salmen nothing. Out of the North Shore timeout, second down, and another fumble. This one is corralled, and it's fumbled again. Ball stay loose. Salmen says they have it, and they do. The third North Shore turnover of the night. This one in their own territory, and now the Panther defense has their backs against the wall.
That ball came out slippery and stayed slippery just when you thought Harris had got it under control as he was sprinting out away from trouble. He lost control of the football again as a late flag on the field as well.
Jeremy Hudson recovered the fumble for Salmen, and a flag is down on sportsmanlike conduct against the Panthers. Salmen will start this drive, I believe, inside the 10 of North Shore.
That's a killer penalty right there.
Wow. They'll mark it at the 10.
Well, North Shore's defense has been up to the task thus far tonight, but they haven't been put in this kind of a situation yet.
First down and goal, Spartans.
A steady dose of Robert Hayes is what I expect here. Just 10 yards away from pay dirt is Salmen. Handoff Wallace Duplessis, cuts it up to the 5, down to the 4. Gain of 6 on first down, second and goal.
You know, we saw a couple times, this game got a little bit chippy a few times down at the line of scrimmage in the first half, and nobody lost their heads at all, but it looks like it finally caught up with these two teams after that turnover from North Shore, and that penalty is looking like it's really going to end up being a big one.
4 yards away. Power formation. Handoff Duplessis again. Nowhere to go. The 5'6", 180-pound senior could not find the hole. And just like that, it's third down and goal from the 4. And we have an officials timeout. We'll take a break, 6:44 to go, third quarter. North Shore 6 and Salmen nothing. Third down and goal from the 4. Hayes will throw for it. Pressure coming, Duplessis on the screen, and he is in for the touchdown. Wallace Duplessis, touchdown Salmen.
Well, they went to Duplessis all 3 times. Twice with the handoff and then getting the ball in his hands out of the backfield in the flat. He took it in.
It will be up to Eddie Smith,
Number 19, Eddie Smith, to attempt the extra
the 6-foot sophomore, to put Salmen on top. Snap, hold, kick up. Kick is good. Salmen leads. 6:21 to go, third quarter. It is now Salmen 7 and North Shore 6. Welcome back to Spartan Stadium, and here is the kick. Fielded by Khalil Fleming, coming out 30, hurdle, and down at the 34.
Kickoff returned by number 8, Khalil Fleming.
Tackle made by Antonio Marquez. So,
Stop by number 8.
North Shore has dominated this game. Salmen, it just takes one play to turn the tides in this one, and Salmen has the lead, 7-6.
We'll see if the North Shore offense can answer the bell here. They've been very productive as far as moving the ball up and down the field, but it has not translated into any points on the offensive side of the ball for them.
First down and 10. Orrin Harris is your quarterback now for North Shore. Borg in motion. Handoff Harvey, and Salmen makes the stop, gain of 2. As there is a Spartan down. Can't see the number from here. Looks like it may be.
Looks like a number 80.
Yep. That's Raquan LeBlanc. And we're going to have an injury timeout. 6 minutes flat to play in the third quarter. It is Salmen 7 and Northshore 6. Raquan LeBlanc able to walk off under his own power. It is 2nd down and 8. Orrin Harris still a quarterback. Handoff Harvey up the middle. He's got room. Out to the 44-yard line. And it will be a Northshore first down.
Yeah, just when it looks like Harvey may have lost a step, been wearing down a little bit late in the game. He got tackled for the first time on first down at the line of scrimmage. He comes right back after that quick injury timeout and picks up 10 yards for the first down.
First down, 10 Panthers.
First down and 10. 5:35 to go now. Third quarter. Handoff Harvey again. He's met in the backfield and now dropped.
Harvey, the ball carrier.
Number 99, Trevor Carrier.
Stopped in the backfield by
the outside linebacker on the stop. The Salmen defense that has played well all night, finally stopping Harvey at the line. 2 out of the 3 last plays.
And Darian Smith checks into the game now in the backfield as Harvey goes off the field.
One receiver to each side. Smith is going to throw. Screen pass is high. Climbing the ladder was Clements, out of bounds at midfield.
To number 25.
Clements has been all over the field on both sides of the ball so far this game. Been very, very active. He was wide open right there. He had a big cushion, but the ball's a little bit up, slowed down his progress.
They marked the ball at the 48. Third down as Orrin Harris is spelled and Walter Harris comes in.
Third down, 6 Panthers.
Third down and 6. Clements the man in motion. Another bad snap. This is a false start. And it will be 3rd and 11 now.
False start against the Panthers.
Starting to see a little bit of problems snapping the ball in the shotgun right here in the second half for the North Shore Panthers. Looking at 3rd and long now.
5-yard penalty. 3rd down, 11 Panthers.
An obvious passing situation. Pistol formation. Harris, play action, rolling left, quick throw, screen, caught Clements. And he's tackled shy of the first down.
Right.
And a late flag comes in.
Flag on the play.
I don't know if that's going to be a late hit. The Salmen defender had already left his feet. But nevertheless, he did make contact.
Here is the call. And it will be a late hit. Tough break for Salmen. The defense, their first mistake of the night.
Yeah, that's a tough call. I mean, the defender already left his feet, but he did make contact, and it looks like it may have even been helmet to helmet when he ended up making contact. So it's an automatic call, but a tough break for the Spartans defense when they stepped up and made a play right there and finally stopped the Panthers on a 3rd down at midfield.
Harris, handoff, flag down in the area of offsides. As that was
flag on the play.
The big man, Matt Harvey, gain of about 2. indication is false start and
False
a legal
start
formation.
against the Panthers.
So 1st and 15 now.
Both teams having trouble capitalizing here. They're not taking advantage. One side makes a mistake, puts the other side in good position, and we got another penalty.
.3:10 and counting to go third quarter. 9 on the play clock. Reverse play. This is Seth Collins. Salmen was not fooled.
Seth Collins, the ball carrier.
Looks like it got close to the original line of scrimmage.
Mark the ball 39.
Still seeing a lot of penalties from both these teams, and I guess we got to keep in mind that it is still only week 2. Still getting some things straightened out on both sides of the ball for both these teams.
Play action, rolling right, the faked worked. A poor throw from Harris. He looked for Seth Collins again,
Seth Collins.
And it is third down and 11.
Panthers.
Yeah, it was a well-designed play. There's been a couple of times tonight where North Shore has really executed well in the passing game, and the throw has just been a little bit off the mark.
Third down and 11. See what Coach Borg calls up here. Play action, roll right, screen pass, caught Collins, has to make a man miss. He cannot. Tackled at the 30-yard line. It is 4th down, and again, it is decision time for the North Shore Panthers.
Stop by number 31, Claude Hayes.
Claude Hayes, a nice stop there on the edge by the Salmen defensive back, as we're down to 2 minutes to go third quarter.
We're right at the 30. I think that's a little bit out of field goal range. I think you're going to see North Shore go for it here.
4th and manageable, as it is 4th and 7.
4th down, make some noise. 4th down.
Crowd here at Salmen getting into it. Play action, looking deep to the end zone, got a man wide open, and he overthrew him.
Harris's pass was incomplete.
Walter Harris overthrew Tyler Powell by about 3 yards. Tyler Powell beat his man by about 5. And another missed opportunity from the North Shore offense. Salmen takes over.
You can continue to see both teams go for it when they're inside their own 40 on 4th downs. I think both coaches are feeling very comfortable with their defenses turning the ball over right there. And even if you punt, you're probably going to put it in the end zone. It's only a 10-yard difference from coming out from the 20.
Hard count and a flag is down. Salmen says they made North Shore jump, and they did. So the tables have turned in terms of the penalty game. Salmen really hurt by penalties in the first half. North Shore on that end so far in the third quarter.
1st down, 5 Spartans.
Late stages, third quarter, 92 seconds to go in this stanza. Hand off, this is Duplessis. Hard running from Duplessis out to the 44-yard line. That's a 1st down for Salmen, and this Salmen offense is looking very fluent in the second half.
Yeah, Duplessis is not a real big guy, but he looks like his stamina is at a very high level. He is seemingly getting stronger as the game wears on. Those feet just keep on chopping. He keeps moving. And even though he's a small guy, they're having a lot of trouble taking him down with first contact.
Trips right side, 1 left. Robert Hayes will look to the sideline for the play. 12 on the play clock. Hayes, snap, hand off to Duplessis one more time. Spins out of it, he's still on his feet, 45-40, giving chase and brought down from behind by Hedgeman Carter. Wallace Duplessis, what an effort from the senior.
We just finished saying he's not being brought down by first contact. He got hit 1 yard after touching the football, and he just kept chopping those feet. And your coaches preach that all the time to running backs, all the time. Keep your feet moving, chop your feet, and that's what Duplessis does, and he just broke that one wide open. That's first quarter speed right there from Duplessis.
First down and goal. The second goal-to-goal situation Salmen has been in. They are 1 for 1 thus far.
See if Duplessis gets the call again.
He will not. Play action, rolling right. Hayes makes a man miss. He's still on his feet, running outside, getting the edge, and now brought down from behind.
Robert Hayes, the ball carrier.
As that was number 11, it looked like Vince Cuccia. 5 feet 11 inches, 160-pound senior. As Hayes got a good chunk of yardage on first down on what was really a busted play.
Yeah, and you guys talked about earlier in the broadcast, Hayes being listed as an athlete, and that's one of the advantages you have with having that athlete at quarterback. You can put something together, you can draw it up, and if it breaks down, you got an athlete back there, and he can make something happen for you.
There are 3 quarters in the books and just 1 to go. In the Battle of I-10, after 3, the score is the Salmen Spartans 7 and the Northshore Panthers 6.
St. Tammany Parish Public Schools, an A-rated school district. Graduates with the highest ACT scores in the state. Facilities with the latest technology. Safe and secure schools. A variety of sports. Fine arts. And learning to last a lifetime.
I'm Superintendent Trey Foles, and this is where we educate every child, every day.
Welcome back. 4th quarter about to be underway. 2nd and goal from the 4 for Salmen. Handoff and a flag is down. Northshore says it is a false start, and it is. So Salmen shoots themselves in the foot. It will be 2nd and goal from the 9-yard line.
As a coach, that's really got to get you. You come in to start the quarter off. You had time to meet with the offense, set the play up, and you know that's one of the things they talked about, not shooting themselves in the foot here.
2nd and goal, Spartans. Ball on the 8-yard line.
.15 on the play clock. Trips left, 1 right. Duplessis to the left of Hayes in the shotgun. Northshore showing blitz. They come with it, and it's a bad snap over the head of Hayes, and he falls on it.
Robert Hayes recovers.
Isn't it funny how the ball bounces in this one?
It really, it's literally been unbelievable. These two teams have so many positive things that they've done on offense, and neither team has really been able to capitalize because of miscues like that.
What a gift bounce right into the lap of Robert Hayes. Salmen still has a chance to put points on the board. 3rd down and goal from the 16-yard line.
And look for something here that gives Hayes an opportunity to use his athleticism if things break down.
9 on the play clock. Hayes snap, drop, rolling right. He's going to try to take off and run for it. Great contained by the Northshore defense, and it is pushed out of bounds.
Robert Hayes, the ball carrier.
And it is,
by number 32,
yet again, decision time
Cavallo
at Spartan Stadium.
Well, it looks like they're sending the kicking team out onto the field here.
How big was that mixed extra point from Christian Garcia in the 1st quarter? And now, Salmen with a chance to go up 10-6. Eddie Smith to do the kicking. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is off the upright. Wow! A matter of inches in this game of inches, and the score remains 7-6.
This kick's no good. Turnover on downs.
So many breaks both ways, man. That's unbelievable. Good job of moving the ball down the field again by Salmen Spartans. Coming up empty.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cheerleaders are selling barbecue plate dinners behind the stands near the baseball field.
As this
Dinner
fourth
includes
quarter
chicken,
goes on,
macaroni, baked beans, a dessert, and a drink.
it might end up being the team that doesn't necessarily win it. It's the team that doesn't lose it that will wind up with the victory here tonight. Is on first down. Harvey
of Spartans
gets back to the line, and that's it. 2nd and 10 for North Shore. Early stages, fourth quarter. This Salmen defense has still not allowed a single point tonight.
2nd down, 9.
We'll see if they feed Harvey again. He's been real good tonight when he gets the ball in his hands after no gain on the previous play.
They will feed Harvey up the middle, out to the 33-yard line. Shy of a first down by about 2 yards.
47, Dylan Cross.
Tackle at the 27-yard line, excuse me. 3rd down and 3.
It looks like Harvey may not necessarily have the speed to break one like Duplessis did earlier, but he is good for 7
3rd down, 2
almost every time.
Salmen comes with a blitz, and they will not be able to get there. Harvey was able to break the contain on that one, and he picks up a first down for North Shore.
Number 64, Marcel
I think one of the reasons we saw Harvey's carries limited in the first half is for what we're seeing right here, is so they can get a steady dose of Harvey in the second half as the game wears down. It's a guy that with the ball in his hands late in the game.
I'm surprised he hasn't worn down this Salmen defense more. 9 minutes to go, fourth quarter. Motion from Collins, play action, rolling. And now Harris gets out of bounds.
Harris, the ball carrier.
It's a good job of Harrison picking up some positive yards there. Nearly taking down the backfield for what would have been a really big loss. He gets outside and looks like he picked up not quite 5 yards, 4 yards on the play.
4 on the play.
2nd down and 6 for North Shore. Snap, handoff. This is Williams. Cuts it up, and he's got a first down. Gain of 8. That was Darian Smith on the carry.
That's a change of pace right there when you get the ball in Smith's hands. He's a lot smaller, a little bit shiftier than Harvey is. Harvey, you know he's coming right at you, running downfield, trying to break tackles. Smith tries to get outside right there and does a good job.
Collins in motion. Snap, handoff. This is Smith again. Gain of 4 on the play.
Stop by number 14, Jaleel Robinson.
Jaleel Robinson on the stop.
Smith's going to stay in the game. Harvey's still on the sideline right here.
Harris will roll to the left. Dumps it off for Borg, and he's got room. Midfield, 45, and hit hard. And tackled at the 43. First down, North Shore.
Number 10, Blaine Berg.
Well, that's
by number 10.
North Shore head coach Mike Berg's son, Blaine Berg, making his first catch of the game, and it's a big, big play for them here in the fourth quarter, picking up a first down. And we see big Matt Harvey back on the field now. I'd imagine there's no secrets as to who's getting the football right now. It's just a matter of whether Salmen's defensive line will continue to bend but not break.
Hand off Harvey. Salmen not giving an inch. Tackle made at the line of scrimmage, second down.
And it's been second down where Harvey's doing his damage. First down, short pickup, and he
Second down.
Usually picks up or comes very close to picking up the first down when it's second and long.
End around, and Salmen read it perfectly. Still on his feet, tough running from Ethan Swan. Salmen was not fooled that time, and it is another third down.
And coach trying to catch Salmen off guard right there, as we were saying. You've seen a steady dose of Harvey on second and long. And they decided to go with Swan right there on the end of the round. Fought hard, but no positive yards.
Third down, 10 Panthers.
Third down and 10. Another passing situation for Walter Harris. He's gonna run it. Outside, what a play from Douglas Marquez.
Yeah, great open field tackle by Marquez. Harris is pretty shifty. If he beats Marquez right there, there's a good chance he's gonna pick up first, get down yards. That's a real nice play by Marquez.
It'll be fourth down after the hydration timeout. 5:53 to go in this one. It is Salmen 7, Northshore 6. Northshore will punt it away. Braden Gable back, and it is over the head of Jacob Levin, and he will be tackled at the Salmen 29. That is 3 turnovers off bad snaps.
By number 8, James
That's a backbreaker from Northshore. You know Coach Berg is going with a safe call to punt right there because his defense has been so solid when Salmen has had a long field to work with. So he's got to be thinking if he backs Salmen up there that his defense is going to hold and give him a short field to work with on offense and another miscue. We've seen them, whether it's been bad snaps or penalties all night long for both these teams. Again, a lot of pressure now on this Northshore defense.
Oh, here's a bad snap from Salmen. And again, Robert Hayes falls on it.
Robert Hayes recovers the fumble.
Well, you said it just a few minutes ago. It's not necessarily who's going to win this game, but who's not going to lose the game.
10-yard loss on the play.
I'd imagine the play calling on both
Second
sides
down,
might get a little
20 Spartans.
bit safer on both ends. You may see these quarterbacks get under center a little bit, maybe. Oh, nope.
Hayes in the gun. 5:05 to go. And Duplantis fumbles the fumble. How did Hayes get it back? Are you kidding me? It was in the hands of Justin Showalter, and Hayes still got the football back. Salmen is living dangerously tonight.
It's amazing. Hayes can't handle it the first time he touches it when it comes straight to him. But then when it's all over the place, his glove certainly just seems to have glue on it and sucks it right back in. This is unbelievable.
Wow.
Well, Salmen's going backwards.
They are, however, melting away the clock, and this is not a pass-happy Northshore offense. So Northshore does need some time on their side. So this is a must-have third down stop. It is third into the lake, as Salmen is going to call a timeout. They were near a delay of game.
I think that's a good timeout right there, regardless of whether they're near a delay of game. They're near a catastrophe trying to snap the ball on offense right now. So I think it's a good idea just to settle them down here.
4:12 to go, fourth quarter. It is Salmen 7 and Northshore 6. Third and forever for Salmen, and they'll pass. In trouble, Hayes is going to run, and he is tackled out of bounds, and that's not what you want if you're Salmen. You want to melt away that clock.
Yeah, you want to run down the clock here. Going to bring up fourth down. Man.
Stop by number 59.
Before our next play, we want to say a great job by Coach Bill Gallagher.
Awesome job.
The second half, as now Tiger Edwards
Returning
the
for the
closing
Panthers, number
minutes
25, Taj Clements.
of the Tiger Hours era of the Prep Zone. 4:04 to go. Salmen 7 and North Shore 6. North Shore will have one last crack at it. Snap. Leonard punts this one away, and there is a beaut. And this one, unfortunately, heads into the end zone, but it is an 80-yard field in front of the North Shore offense.
He boomed that one.
Punt goes into the end
That's
zone
what,
for a touchback.
That's some of the kicking we saw out of this young man last year as a freshman. We haven't seen it tonight. During the time that Coach Gallagher stepped in to fill my shoes, I looked up biggest roller coaster. It's King Dakar, because that is King Dakar of offenses here, is the Salmen offense tonight. It's been a roller coaster. Let's see if the other roller coaster, the North Shore Panthers offense, gets something going here.
This is Orrin Harris, and he throws a beautiful ball downfield, but it's an even better play from Eddie Smith, who has handled the kicking duties tonight and just made a fantastic play on the ball, keeping it away from Tyler Powell.
That ball was in the air a long way. Smith closed the distance because he was a step behind and was able to knock that down.
And around, play action, rolling right. In trouble, and sacked!
Harris is sacked in the backfield.
Orrin Harris had nowhere to go but down that time. And it is third and long for North Shore.
And you wondered, what do they have? What do they have here? They could get it back one more time, but you just wonder, what do they got? We're going to have a timeout. That's what they got, a timeout with 3:18 to go in this one. Salmen 7, North Shore 6.
3:18 to go in the fourth quarter. The biggest play to date right now. Third down and long. And they'll hand it off. And it is going nowhere. Taj Clements on the end around. Will Coach Mike Borg punt this one away?
That's the big question. Right there, I think he was just trying to see if he could get some yardage, catch him off guard, and because there was a long way to go. I can't imagine he's going to punt it at this point.
Fourth down, 13
He will
Panthers.
not. Walter Harris in at quarterback. 10 on the play
It's
clock.
Fourth down, make some noise.
Here's possibly your ball game. Harris play action, straight drop, throws a prayer downfield for Powell, and Powell has it! 30, 20, gone!
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The one thing you don't want to do is get beat deep, and that one was a deep pass. And man, oh man.
I'm speechless, Tiger. Wow! Tyler Powell. Wow! Talk about a prayer being answered there.
The cornerback or safety on this side was already 20 yards deep. The biggest mistake he made was he did not start running. He let the guy get to him before he ran. Wow.
Timeout North Shore to talk about this two-point conversion attempt coming up. North Shore regains the lead, 2:23 to go in this one. It's North Shore 12 and Salmen 7. Here is the two-point attempt to make this a 7-point ball game. Harris, play action, rolling right, floats to the end zone, and he overthrew his man, Ethan Swan. Two-point attempt, no good. So Salmen can regain the lead with a touchdown. 2:23 to go in this one. It is North Shore 12 and Salmen 7. Here we go, 2:23 left in what has been one of the most exciting 12-7 football games that you will ever see, folks. Christian Garcia to kick it away for North Shore. Here we go, high kick nearing the sideline, and this one will be fielded and run out of bounds by Juan Gerardo.
If it was going out of bounds, he should have let it go. It had the ball out at the 35-yard line. As it is, I'm still trying to get over that touchdown. It's
Runs out of bounds. 1st and 10 Spartans.
I am befuddled at that point, at this point, excuse me.
24-yard line.
Maybe it's time I retired. I'm so befuddled I retire, which I'll be doing next week. Robert Hayes, does the Spartans have anything left?
First down, screen pass is dropped. Before this next play, Tiger, I just want to thank you for this past year. It's been a true honor to work with you. I grew up watching Fountain Blue games, watching you, and it's been a true honor to learn from you and to be able to work with you. So with 2:19 left, I'm going to let you do play-by-play on what might be the final Salmen drive of this one.
All right, thank you, my young friend. Everything's been signaled in. There's 2:19 to go. It's 2nd and 10. Hayes, quick toss, complete. I said complete before it happened, and before it happened, Grid Isidore let the ball hit off his chest and down to the ground. And man, the roller coaster that is the Salmen offense is in the down mode right now. Can they get it back up to the top on 3rd and 10? Or maybe they're going to wait for, like Northshore did, 4th down. I don't know. Hayes dropping, dumps it over the middle, complete, steps out of one, then another, headed up, 1st down, down the sideline, cutting back, still up, still going. Does he have something? No, they call him out of bounds. They called him out of bounds. Back at the 39-yard line. Wallace Duplessis.
1st down Spartans.
Wow. Crazy, that ball over the middle. Duplessis stepped out of 2 or 3 tackles and got up the sideline a little block, and the only thing he did was step out of bounds. $1:56 to go in this. And Coach Leonard is saying that that the clock was running, but the guy was out of bounds. So there's a discussion right now about how much time. Either if he stepped out of bounds, then the clock would stop. Oh, they added clock time. Clearly, Coach Leonard not happy with the decision by the official initially.
1st down 10 Spartans. Ball on the 41-yard line.
First down 10 Spartans. Robert Hayes. Is there any magic left here? He drops, looking, gonna scramble, gonna tuck it and run, and he gets a couple of yards and brought down.
Hayes the ball carrier.
A lot of pleading with the officials here from both sides late in this one. 1:40 to go.
A little jawing going over there in the middle of this one. Right now, time is of the essence, and the play calling needs to happen a little sooner as the play clocks run down to 10 seconds. And now we have somebody jump, pointing both ways, double flags. Clock is stopped. $1:21 to go in this one. Amid the confusion, a penalty.
Flag prior to the snap.
Man, it's like a Supreme Court meeting right there. They're going to say, oh, woo, Spartan fans will not be happy with that.
Against the Spartans.
And they mark it back 5. Ball at the 45-yard line. More importantly, there was 15, 20 seconds lost in that situation. They're meeting up, and the clock is running now. The clock is running now. 3rd down and 15. Hayes dropping, looking, gonna toss it long. It's up, floating, incomplete.
Hayes pass.
And that one harmlessly to the turf.
For number 8, James Allen.
And the North Shore Panthers are breathing a little easier. Vince Kutcher on the coverage was able to get a hand on it and knock it down.
Third down, 13 Spartans.
3rd down, 13 for the Spartans now. 1:03 to go. Hayes, snap, dropping. A little bit of time, going to step up. Now he's going to run it, and he runs out of bounds.
He had a lot of room to run it first, Tiger, but was looking to throw it. Took too long, and that hole closed up.
Chase out of bounds.
He had a nice pickup, but it's going to bring up 4th down and about 6.
6 Spartans.
With, more importantly, 55 seconds to go.
Salmen does not have 3 timeouts. I believe they have 2 remaining. So this is your ball game, most likely. Salmen could get the ball back with about 10 seconds to play, but
don't count on it.
Yep, this is your ball game right here.
Don't count on it. This is it. It all rests here. Hayes dropping. Pressure coming. Delivers. Out route. High and incomplete. Oh, a flag! A flag on the field.
Flag on the play.
I don't know about that, if that's defensive pass interference.
I don't know either.
If this is defensive pass interference, that is a weak case of it, in my opinion.
The only thing I could think is this: if he held him when he cut out. That's the only thing. But I agree with you.
Wow, what a break.
What a break for the Spartans. I said, is there any magic left? Well, they haven't used it all up yet. Hayes, look one way, dump it the other way. Oh. Intercepted! Intercepted! Keemon Smith has just put this one away for the Panthers with a great interception. Wow. And the second time that Hayes has thrown to somebody in a screen type situation.
And both times, in both ways, it's going to cost his team the game. If he doesn't throw that first interception, it's a 7-7 game at least, at worst, for Salmen. And if he doesn't throw that one, Salmen is looking at a 2nd and 10, and they still have a chance with 31 seconds left.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against North Shore.
Yeah, Smith was taunting the Salmen fans, but it won't matter. It was a dead ball after the fact, and Northshore is going to walk away from tonight's game 1-1, and Salmen is going to go to 0-2. In the Battle of I-10 this year, Northshore is going to come out on top, Tiger.
Yes, indeed. And both coaches will be shaking their heads, but for different reasons. I don't know how I won is Mike Berg, and I don't know how I lost is Jerry Leonard. And the clock is going to run out here. And while we run out, it's time to close the book on my career here at Channel 13. We've come a long way in the 13-plus years of PrepZone existence. I'm not sure I knew what I was doing when I started here, and many of you might still think the same today as the clock runs out. And I believe we've always tried to highlight the student athletes and the coaches of this parish. It's been a lot of fun, and now it's time to step away for a new voice. Special thanks to former Superintendent Gail Sloan, current Superintendent Trey Foles, for their confidence in allowing me to occupy the Prep Zone. Also, my thanks to Dr. Melody Swain, Channel 13 crew. I would be remiss without a shout out of the people that occupied this booth with me, starting with Dennis Kuzan, followed by Sam I Am Jenkins, Randall Ginn, Michael Hollywood Kelly, Andrew Franzella, Hunter Swiss Family Robinson, and spotters Bruce Cothran, sideline cameras Mike Crash Carr, and Grant Statman Yenny. Closing out the game tonight on sideline camera for about his 50th game is Red is Sharp, alongside me, John Sortori time, and Bill Gallagher for his first turn. Upstairs, the ever-present Dave the Ray Williams, as he has for the past 13 years, cameraman, editor, and a good friend. Thank you, David. Thank you, PrepZone fans. Good night. God bless. You be good. Northshore beats Salmen. You and I are leaving the Prep Zone. Peace out.